for myself. Ooh, game is counting down. That means we're about to hop into it. So this is Sakura's map pick. They will start things off on the T side. Farmville have selected the CT side. I'll see you in the game. And it's wrong. We fix this. We swap this. We get into the game. Farmville starting things off on the CT side. Sakura starting things off on the T side. Things already getting off to the races here. Sakura looking to make their way up toward A. They're doing it slowly. They're trying to give away as little information as possible. So they'll head on in right toward the waiting arms of CJ to King in bathrooms. This USP has an opportunity to really shut down this push, but unfortunately Alice just flattens him. And that means that everybody for Farmville going to have to rotate on over. But it is going to be fairly telling. The smoke over toward Dumpster. Oh, we're going to get a nice boost up here for Beaky. Forced to back away early on. Empathy with the kill. That leaves Sakura now in a serious player advantage. 5 versus 3. Empathy continuing to take scalps here on this pistol round. Adam looking to avenge his teammates. He spots the player onto Optimus, but Empathy just cannot be stopped right now. 1 versus 5 for Beaky Wow, and he will be very quickly dispatched. Okay, so some of my... Hold on. Hold the phone. We gotta fix... Gotta fix binds really quick. So, a good pistol round to start things off, and... we are just gonna exec this. Sorry, I'll get back into casting real quick. Alright, that should fix up all my binds. Good news is that Sakura go completely... They go 5 for nothing. Alright, yes, there we go. There we go. All my binds are working. Alright, cool. Sorry for that little mix-up there, chat. That is going to leave way for the rifles now for Farmville. And Booga taking point over by Fountain. He's got CJ to King behind him. But Sakura are going to completely avoid them. They're going to walk right into these B players, though, who have been pushed all the way back onto site. But sometimes it is the dog that is backed into a corner that bites the highest. As Adam already starting this one off with a kill for himself. And look at, he's... backed himself into the smoke and gone completely undetected by Sakura. They're just waiting for the peek on out, and as soon as they go for the plant, Adam pops out for 1. Serendipity will trade it right on back. Now, next player to deal with is that big Hambuga. Full 3 versus 3 as that bomb is planted. Smoke for construction. Going to be stopping CJ from getting involved. Getting activated too early, but the spray down works out perfectly. Empathy with the trade to bring it back to the 1 versus 1. It is just Beaky remaining for Farmville. No kit, so he does have to get on this defuse right away. And Empathy's not giving him the fight. Oh, he looks away just a little bit too late. And I don't think he's got the time to go for this. So Sakura, Empathy does manage to hold off the defuse, and Beaky just going to have to lick his wounds as he backs off the site. Let's get to hold on to that M4, though, so that is, at the very least, something to be pleased with. The buy for the rest of Farmville's side, not going to be looking too great off the back of that. So Sakura already off to an early lead, as you would expect from their own map pick. We saw them picking a lot of Overpass in the previous season, so to see them bringing it out as not only something that they allow through for the decider, but something that they're actively involved in picking is, well, it's an interesting change in tactic. Good couple of kills from Farmville. They are managing to, at the very least, cut down the number. Savage with 3. Oh, dear. That is definitely going to hurt. Bomb knocked out of the hands of Sakura. Raven to recover. And Savage just up to heaven. She doesn't know where he is and just cuts her down. Farmville with a singular rifle, managing to swing this one back. So no, but Dust2 Eagle Masters runs best of 3s the whole time. It's ESEA that was doing best of 1s. Now, full buy for Sakura. Oops, Serendipity starting this one off with a head for herself. Hambuga knocked out early on into the round. Sakura with a heavy lean toward this B-bomb site, but they're just looking to make it a show of force. Flashes out. They know Savage has been a troublesome customer from here, but it's Adam to open things up for Farmville. Double kill onto the advancing Sakura players. Empathy, just watching for this player playing barrels, but Savage, the micro movements are so good. He's not playing that super locked-in spot. He's showing us just how much depth there is to being a B anchor on Overpass. And Farmville, they double things up here on the rounds and send Sakura now down to basically no money. So it's pistol time for the T side. Again, early lead, a 3-0 start. Looking like it is going to be a likely 3-3 score line. Beaky looking sharp already. That AWP perched up for the double as well. CJ going to be seeked out here in bathrooms, but he's had his finger on the trigger this whole game. He's been ready for this. Oh, I like the fake flash. Unfortunately, CJ not fooled, and Farmville able to even things back out. This is dangerous. Now, this CT side starting to heat up themselves. Plenty of money left in the coffers. Sakura left opless. And this T side going for the timeout. So I'm going to say, hey. Timeout for Sakura. Honestly, a good time for it. This is where they'll be able to go in for the full buy and they get to talk about, okay, what have we learned so far? It's one of those, Farmville are going to be a tough team to read because they are a pug team. So it is a little bit more difficult to really figure out what they're going to be doing on any given round. But, while that worked out well for the first couple of rounds for Sakura, it could end up coming back to bite them as we get deeper into this game. Now we see the buys not quite favoring them. 3 Galils with 2 AKs. No AWP, but at least the utility is fully locked and loaded for them. Looks like it's going to be a quick fight over by Fountain. CJ getting activated early on. Playing bathrooms, and now he's just going to wait for them to emerge from the park. First head dismembered, but Raven able to turn things back around. 4 versus 4, and now Beaky called upon to watch Fountain. Sakura, though, gonna head on up long. Nobody here, so lots of ground able to be won without a whole lot of resistance. Hambuga gonna be the one that's will meet them. A little bit of a boost up for Raven. Looking to see if there's anybody jump peeking. Didn't spot anyone, though, but Hambuga will read this one well. The smoke to delay. And delay it shall. There's 3 Sakura players just lurking behind this smoke, so this duel for serendipity might just be the most interesting thing on the map, and she catches Hambuka Divider. Iki going for the spray, or going for the spam through the wall. Just going to be boosting up Adam up over the fence. Spots the player Dice, but Sticks too much to handle. Now knocks this one down to a 4 versus 2. On the back side of things, Savage able to go 1 for 1, but Beaky just going to be backing off of this one. The AWP doesn't want any more smoke, and Sakura going to be the ones to break the stalemate. Back to 4 and 3. There are certain times where I would say that 4 rounds on T side of Overpass might just be enough. Sakura here in only 8 rounds is a very good sign for this map pick. I will say a lot of this has been, a lot of Overpass can end up being a lot of fakes, a lot of back and forth, but Sakura, they're winning their fights, and it's looking fairly good on this T side. 1 for 1 early on in the round. Leaves DJ super close up. Does catch Raven as she's walking out party. The free kill in the back away is going to be huge for Farmville. Gives them so much more room to play this late round. Op lined up, waiting for the players to just push past Divider. Beaky, this is a risky position to be in. Someone decided to peek out bathroom. It would just be nothing to do. Oh, spots the push out from Empathy, but the shot goes wide, and now going to be lit down. 30 HP remaining. Sakura do have to get moving, though. CJ going to be in a position to cut off the support from each other. Dix, you can see her model as he pushes past Divider. Oh, they haven't expected the wraparound from CJ to King. He's got his first. Empathy as well as Sticks. And Sakura, again, they've a lot of the strategy has been we get partially somewhere, and rather than rotating, we just keep going in that direction. So definitely a little bit more opportunity to be sneaky in the mid rounds, I think, but most of the fights that they're taking are working out, so you can't take too much away from what's going on so far this game. They will be knocked down to the Stone Age. Just Raven bringing in the hero Galil. So I never actually played Farmville. It was part of that era of Facebook where I was losing interest in the website, and I also just really didn't want to get into that microtransaction game. So I don't know how to make good references to it other than like they're clicking cows, but I feel like that would be a really bad thing to say about Sakura. So I'm gonna stay away from that kind of a reference and just try and treat this game all nice and serious. Sakura, oh, they're making their way through the short pipe, and Savage is ready for this. They're lined up. Serendipity able to get the trade back, but it hurts. Is it going to be enough? Stick's going to follow this one up, but the Farmville players, they're just trading one after another. They're not leaving any space for Sakura to really get a foothold into this round. They want to take this lead for the first time this game. Empathy just dancing around the pipes, waiting to see if they push into her, and it's Adam to challenge and clean this fight up. Farmville take the lead, 5-4. We will go to double digits on the rounds. Sakura now will be buying back in. We're going to have ourselves a full gun round again. All right. Well, Farmville getting some pretty deep control into Fountain, but they go into they go into all the way down to the stairs, and with the door blown off, there's nowhere for Sakura to hide. They lose 2 right off the bat. And the rest are called out. Farmville pushing on into this. Savage just gonna light things up. A double kill. Alice able to get one back, but Hambuga not gonna let that one slide for free. 4 players surviving, and Farmville go up by 2. Sakura going with their second timeout of the game. So, what do you discuss here? The last time you took a timeout, it was 3-3. You discussed the gun round, and you did win after it. Now you're going in with a MAC-10, a couple of upgraded pistols, and just looking to try and get a 5th round, I think would be the ideal. But at this point, you kind of got to be happy with 4. Are the timeouts per half or for all of regulation? For the entire regulation. So if they make it to overtime, each team gets another timeout. But if they don't, they're going to get their 3, and that's going to be it. Honestly, though, taking your timeouts on the T side makes a lot of sense. I think that Overpass being so CT-sided, it makes sense to try and figure out all your cleverness to overcome what can be a really suffocating defense. But I will say that, yeah, even if this one goes to 8-4, I think Sakura can be fairly happy with it. CJ just farming things up over by Party. Oops, spots another player trying to peek on out. Empathy putting up the smokes. Good damage dealt. And it is enough to take down Hambuga. Now that CJ is so low, it's just 1 bullet needed, but the timings... Oh, there it is. It sticks with the timing, but it's not going to be enough. How many matches have I got tonight? I have just this one. After this one, I'm going to be raiding out to watch the other match, and probably going to go get groceries. Everybody here for Hambuga, it looks like. Chat is very thrilled with Hambuga. Well, gonna be a big play out for... a lot of space being given up by Farmville. DJ just falling all the way back. So Sakura get so much space toward A site for free here. Farmville just with the full zone defense on B. So this is a little bit of an off angle. A lot of times you wouldn't expect a player just sitting behind the AC unit. The Sakura are ready for the swing on out. 3 guns firing away. Leaves CJ riddled with bullets. Now Beaky, the next one set up for long. Now the play has been called. He spots 2 with the jump up over truck. And if Sakura don't get moving, this is going to be Farmville able to rotate in everybody. You have Serendipity making sure to hold the flank, but as information starts to get gained here by Farmville, this play gets more and more scary for Sakura. Now here's the big push on up to the A-bomb site. Beaky spots this. The first one deleted. Gonna be Raven. Her wings clipped. Empathy. Next one down. Good turn out of Alice to at least get the rotating player. But now, as Adam walks in and spots STX, it's just Serendipity left standing. 1 versus 3. Couple of low HP players on the side of Farmville, but this round fairly short. Oh, she's just been legged up by the AWP, but she's only going to get the 1. 8-4 Farmville at halftime. CJ having a fantastic game in bathrooms. That is a weird sentence to say out loud. Yeah, he's having a great time in the bathrooms. But now, the sides will swap on over, and Sakura get to take the CT side on their own map pick, while Farmville swap it over to the T side. I will say this is a dangerous thing here. 8-4. If Farmville take this T side pistol, then that snowball can get rolling very quickly. It looks like Farmville are looking to have a show of force on the B-bomb site. Sticks overwatching, but looks like Farmville are just going to push 4 on up construction, though the Serendipity bouncing over, going to spot them. So the rotation going to be called in early on. Farmville quick out onto the B-bomb site. First kill is going to be Empathy. Serendipity. Adam trades one back. Raven from behind the barrels just can't quite find the shots, and it's a 2 versus 3 in a matter of seconds. And Booga goes for the reload, but Serendipity peeks out. Headshot onto her, and it's Alice in the 1 versus 3. Bomb about to be planted here. She's got the kit. That one was dropped off of her teammate that was jumping up. Oh, the headshot. That's a good start, but return fire from Farmville. Going to make this one difficult. Oh, managing to remove Beaky from the equation, but Hambuga heroically falling from the site will win the pistol round for Farmville. Quick peek at the stats was requested, so I'll make sure to give that. Beaky Wow with 17 flashes and a whole heap of utility damage. Well, that doesn't just make this game difficult for Sakura, that makes it downright painful to have to go up against pistols as Farmville now look to take double digits. I like what I'm seeing here. This boost up could... I mean, it's Overpass. It is historically the map with the most arcane boosts and wall bangs. So there's a lot of opportunities for shenanigans. Farmville, they know that there's always going to be that chance. They're not leaving anything. Making sure to flash out and take positions slowly but surely. Ever hear of Memento? I have not, but I'm sure it's a map that would be fun. Farmville definitely taking their time. It's enough time that Sakura... Oh, the fake towards A. Beaky just tossing out nades. Calls the entire fast rotation from the rest of Sakura. They just leave Serendipity on B, and she's about to be overrun. Farmville just showing too much force, and this USP does not have a lot of time to work with. Savage just flying around the site. Sakura do manage to arrive in time, and Empathy beheads Hambuga, but these rifles, these primary weapons, proving to be just a little bit too much. And Alice, now in the 1 versus 4, P250 in hand. I think at this point, all she can hope for is she runs across a wounded player and is able to take their weapon away. She makes her way up towards A, Beaky just waiting for her. She'll just be saving this P250. She's going to walk right into this Mac 10. And it's 10, speaking of 10, for Farmville. Well, this is going to have to be the round for Sakura to turn this game around. Full rifles. Safe to say that if Farmville are able to win this, they're likely to win the whole dang game. And for the amount of Hambuga supporters I'm seeing in chat, I think they should be very happy about that. The really difficult thing for Sakura is no AWP on the CT side of Overpass. That can be it can be a little bit of a tough pill to swallow. Looks like they're very trained on the boosts, though. I like this. And with that door blown off of bathrooms, this gives lots of information. Player jumping past on the stairs. They know that there's going to be someone headed up to A, but Serendipity not able to get backed off fast enough. She does have sticks behind her. That is going to be enough to quell this push by Farmville. Look where the bomb's been left behind. CJ just recovering that now. This slower round might come back to bite Farmville. 30 seconds remaining. They haven't breached either site. They don't know who's where, but the flash is going to leave Sticks completely bamboozled. 2 versus 3 now. Farmville need to get this bomb down ASAP. That molly bursting in the air is not doing Sakura any favors, but luckily there's a nice spot to get that bomb down, and Farmville do. Just waiting, Hambuga in water, lying in wait, the creature from the deep, and CJ here to make it 11 for Farmville. Sakura on 4. I don't think there's going to be any catching up this game. But you never know. You never know. You always have to consider the possibility of the pistols. Sakura taking their last time out. Might as well use it to at least try and extend the game. This game is definitely a heartbreaking one for Sakura, starting this one off 3-0 and just unable to use that foothold to continue winning rounds on their T side. If they can't even get started on CT, definitely calls some things into question. Nobody saw that. Well, a hero scout for Alice. Oh, CJ just strafes on by, and 1 to the dome is all it takes. Farmville have so much power in this round. Empathy trying to get something back, but Hambuga ready for the lurk out. Only 1 player staying behind to watch this B bomb site. That's going to be Raven, and Farmville, after those early kills on A, rotate back around. Oh, Sticks behind them, the 5-7. Only good for the 1. But that's 1 more than Sakura had. Smokes over to the B-bomb site. Raven needs to go huge here on the Deagle if Sakura want to take this round back. Oh, the molly, and she's melting, but the kill on Nabiki is at least something. $50 more for the rest of the team, at least. And Serendipity has, as of so far, been gone unnoticed, but Savage gonna peek around and suss her out. Farmville with 12. This round looking pretty darn over. 1 more round between Farmville and victory on this first map. Now, AWP out for Alice, and it's the first time that she's had it on the CT side. Oh, gonna be played down to Connector, the molly to force her away. Big fight over Monster as well. Farmville, though, they want to get this game over. They smell victory. They smell blood in the water. They're already knocking on the door of B's site. Utility will keep them back for just long enough for Sakura to take a short breath. Just waiting for the peek on in. First one, Empathy, not able to find the shot. Serendipity with the trade, though. But as these numbers start to get whittled down on the B-bomb site, this one gets more and more dangerous. Raven with the kill. She's knocked down to 6, but spins around. Finds Adam as well. And it's just Savage and Beaky now. 2 versus 4 for Farmville to try and empty this one. Looks like they're getting a little bit of cold feet, though, just outside of Connector. Serendipity peeking around the big pole with Alice Graffiti knocking over 1. Beaky now with 25 seconds. Likely just going to look to save. No, he's going in for this. He wants more kills, and he's going to find them with a start onto Serendipity. Maybe he goes for the Molotov. He does, and it lands at his feet. That's a little bit painful. So this time he's just going to be licking his wounds and falling back. Ooh, little peek. Well, if there's ever going to be a comeback, that is how it starts. 1 round to get Sakura fired up. Very good start. Alice, though, look at how low she got just off of the Molotov. That is painful. And Farmville are not going to let up. More Molotovs, more better. Big push here. Sticks could go huge. The flash, though, doesn't stop them. Farmville will maul right through. Bathroom belongs to Farmville. Rotation coming in for Sakura, though. Still a chance to extend play. You have to think if Sakura are able to win 1 more round, they'll exhaust Farmville's money. And then they'll have a real shot. Then they'll have a real honest chance at actually coming back on this game. CJ taken down as well, so... Ooh, bomb left behind in bathrooms. Oh, but the boost up. Beaky Wow catches Empathy unawares and just flattens her. This defense really going to be on the back of an 11 HP AWP. And a slowly advancing Hambuka gets punished. That's enough. Farmville call the retreat. They call this one a B hit. They're going to have to make it quick, though. Serendipity waiting behind the site. That nade doing so much damage, and Raven coming in to assist. Will make quick work of these Farmville players. Adam not able to hang on, and it's Sakura with 6. Now, Farmville, this is the point where things start to get a little bit awkward now. After 4 in a row, the time starting to... the few things to be nervous about. CJ picking up the hero AK. Okay, this one going to be a fast round from Farmville. Serendipity getting into position barrels. We're getting into position Monster. Just waiting for the push. Monster nade from Sticks. Question is, where are Farmville going? Everybody emerging from connector over toward water. Smokes out to stop the push from Monster, but that's not where Farmville are coming from. Everybody coming short, and Raven just going to be picking feathers out. One after another. CJ boosted up, trying to catch somebody out of position. Going to be Empathy. Bomb hasn't made an appearance just yet, and there's a solid minute left on the round, but as that smoke on Monster fades, Serendipity looking to just take this fight back to CJ. Beaky getting pushed up as well. Serendipity needs to detect this, needs to fall back, and she does. Only good for the 1, no, but that's all she needs. Raven with a triple on the round, and Sakura now good for 7. All right, fully rifled up here for Farmville. Good op shot to start things off. Leaves Beaky Wow down on 3 HP. Farmville sent packing. Sent packing over to a fairly vacant bathroom, so the fact that Styx is just overwatching long, Alice so far back, all the way back behind Dice. Farmville getting a lot of info, though. They're starting to get a picture of where the defenses are holding. Starting to realize that everything is back on sites. No aggressive peeks out of Sakura. Those are some good nades. Raven, oh my goodness. Savage going to be the first one peeking in. Spots the barrels player. Kill onto Empathy. Serendipity with the trade, but Hambuga right back. That leaves Farmville with the player advantage now, 4 versus 2, to try and close this one out. Alice and Styx here to try and extend to play. Oh, they spot the nade out from Graffiti. CJ just pops on up. They do lose Hambuga, but Alice in the 1 versus 3. Good kill onto CJ. She needs 2 more. Can she pull this one off? Oh, the timing. Not expecting the player out from short. Smoke to try and block off the pillar, but Beaky just peeks on out as she's running, and 13-7 will be the scoreline for Farmville. G friggin' G.